Hi friends, welcome back. Today we are going to solve LeetCode problem 1471, the case strongest values in an array. Before we go through the description of the problem and examples, I just want to mention that my channel focuses on helping people who are preparing for coding interviews or Java interviews. This channel has lots of solved examples from previously asked interview questions from big tech companies like Amazon, Apple, Google, Microsoft, Facebook, etc. And also those questions cover different variety of problems such as dynamic programming, linked list related problems, string related interview questions, graph problems, binary search tree problems, as well as binary search problems and logical problems. So if you are preparing for Java interviews or just learning Java or preparing for telephonic Java interviews, this channel will definitely help you. So please subscribe to the channel. So let's look at the problem statement first, and then we will look into the examples and propose our solution. So given an array of integers r and integer k, a value array of I is said to be stronger than value array of j if absolute of array of I minus m is greater than absolute of array of j minus m, where m is median of array. If array of I minus m, the absolute value, if it is equal to absolute value of array of j minus m, then array of I is said to be stronger than array of j if array of I is greater than array of j. This means that in case of tie, we will consider the higher value basically as stronger, right? Return list of strongest k values in the array. Return answer in any arbitrary order. Median is the middle value in ordered integer list. More formally, if length of list is n, then median of the element is position n minus 1 divided by 2 in a zero index sorted list. Right? So they have given us some examples of what is median, right? So for example, if we take this array, right, this is n is equal to 5. So if we sort this array, right, then it becomes like minus 3, 2, 6, 7, 11. So the middle element, this 6, right, is the median, right? And how the middle element is calculated? N, which is 5 minus 1 divided by 2, right? So 2 is the index of the in the array of sorted array, right? So this is the second index, so that element is the median. In this case there are 4 elements, so 4 minus 1 divided by 2 is 3 divided by 2 is 1. So for sorted array 3 is the median here, right? So that is what the median. So let us take some examples over here and we will consider how we can find the first k strongest values in the array, right? So if let's say this is the given array to us, this is the input array, so and k is equal to 2, so we have to find out first two strongest values, right? So first thing we wanted to do is we will sort this array, right? As you can see, so first thing we will sort this array, and as they have given us the logic like how to find out the median, right? So we will use this logic to find out the median. So n minus 1 divided by 2 we will do. So in this case the median is 3, right? So 3 is the median of this array. So what we will do to find out the k strongest values from the array is we will take two pointers, right? One is here at the start of the array and one is at the end of the array, right? And we will calculate the this absolute difference value, right? Like array of I minus m, this value we will calculate. So as you can see, 1 minus 3 is equal to 2, right? The absolute value will be 2 for 1 and absolute value will be 2 for 5, right? So in this case we will consider 5 as stronger element because so we will consider 5 as stronger value because 5 is greater than 1, right? So we will put that value in our answer and then we will move the pointer to the next element, right? Because 5 we already have seen. Again we will compare the difference between 1 and 3. The absolute difference is 2, and then 3 and 5, the absolute difference is again 2. So we will consider 5 as the stronger value, because the 5 is greater than 1, right? So even if the absolute difference is same, so in that case it's a tie, right? So in case of tie, we will consider the higher value as the stronger value. So we will just have to return 5 comma 5. Those are the first two stronger values in this array, right? So as you can see here, here is the description of what we should do in case of tie, right? So they are saying that if it is a tie of the difference, like absolute difference is the tie, then we should return whatever element is greater, right? So array of I is greater than array of j, then we should return array of I in that case. That's what they are saying, right? So in this case we will return 5 because 5 is more than 1, right, for both these cases. So this is how we will solve the strongest k values in the array. So there is another example we can discuss here. So first thing we will, this is another array, we will sort this array first. So this is the sorted array 1 2 6 7 8, right? And then we will calculate the median. So median of this array is 6. So we will take two pointers, one is left pointer and one is right pointer. Left pointer will point to the first element and right pointer will point to the last element, right? And then we will calculate the absolute difference, right? So 1 and 6, the absolute difference is 5, and 8 and 6, the absolute difference is 2, right? So 5 is more than 2, so we will take 1 as our answer, one of the element, right? And then we will move the pointer to 2, right? This pointer we will move because we already have taken 1. Now again we will calculate the absolute difference, which is 4 in this case, and the absolute difference of 8 and 6 is 2. So 4 is more, so we will take 2 as the second strongest element, right? So and why this logic works is because the array is sorted, right? So which means that always the maximum difference we will find out at the, or at, we will want to compare both ends basically, right? Because that is the place where the absolute difference will be maximum, right? Because the array is sorted. Absolute difference from median element, right? From median element. So we wanted this to use, right? Because if 6 is the median element, absolute difference will be maximum on both ends first, right? So that's why we will take these two pointers and then we will keep moving the pointers, right, as we find the first k strongest values, right? So main important thing is this logic works because the array itself is sorted. That's why we will take median and then we will always try to find out the absolute maximum difference from both ends, right? And whatever is maximum we will take that. So that is the logic. So let's just look into the implementation for this problem. So first I just created a result array of k elements because that is what we want to return at the end. Then we are going to sort the array. This is the first step we are doing, right? And then we will calculate the median index and then the median element, right? So they already explained here how to calculate the median, right? It means n minus 1 divided by 2 basically, right? So array of length means n minus 1 divided by 2, so it gives us the index of where the median is, and we will just use array of median location to get actual median value here. So once we get the value, we will just have one for loop which goes from 0 to like I is equal to 0 and j is equal to array of length minus 1, right? Because we want to take two pointers, right? So this first pointer that we are taking is I basically. This one is I and this one, the last one is j basically, right? So that's what we are doing here. So I is 0 and j is array of length minus 1, and x I am taking one variable because I want to calculate, I want to keep track of how many strongest values I have found, right? I only want to find out first k basically. So I am just using x is equal to 0 and x, unless until x is less than k, we want to go through this loop, right? and we wanted to compare the absolute difference of from both ends, right? So this is the left end, right? Array of I minus median, and array of j minus median is the right end. So what I mean by left end, let me just revert these colors back so I can explain you. So what I mean by left end here is this side, right? This is the left end of the median, and this is the right end on for the median, right? So this is first thing is we are going and calculating for the left pointer using left pointer position. I is our left pointer, so we will calculate the absolute difference on the left side, and this is the absolute difference on the right end side, right? And then whatever is more we will take it, right? So in case if both are equal, then we will take the right side, right? Because the right side element is more, basically that happens in this case, right? So both difference are 2 in this case here, right here. So 1 and 3 is 2, and 3 and 5 is 2, but we will take 5 because 5 is more than 1, right? So that's why we are going to like take less than or equal to, right? If both are equal, then we will take the right side here and we will decrement j. J is the right pointer. Otherwise we will take the left side and we will increment I. I is the left pointer, right? Left pointer. So this is I and this is j, right? So whenever whatever value, whichever side we take, if we are taking I, then we will increment I value, right? Because I want to move forward. Otherwise if we are taking j, we want to decrement j value because we want to move the j on the left direction, right? Left side. So that's what we are doing here. So we will loop until we find the k strongest element, right? Because of this condition x is less than k, it will move and find out the first k values and put it into the result array, and we will return the result array. So this is the second example that we just discussed here. So let's run this test case and we should get 1 and 2 values here. So let's just quickly run this. So this one is giving us 1 and 2, right? Because that is the maximum difference, as you can see here. So for 6 and 1 is 5 is the difference, 2 and 6 is 4 is the difference, right? So we will take 1 and 2. And let's take this another example, 3 1 2 5 5. So let me just modify this one. So 3 1 2 5 and 5. So 5 and 5 are the two strongest element here. So that's what we should get. So we are getting the correct answer. So let's go through all these test cases that they have given us here and make sure that all are passing correctly. So all the test cases are passing correctly. We are not seeing any difference. So we'll just go ahead and submit our solution. So our solution got accepted with 91% faster in performance and 71% better in the memory, which is pretty good. So this is the way we can solve k strongest values in an array problem. So important thing to understand in this problem is we have to first sort the array and then use the two pointer approach, right, to find out the absolute difference, and whatever maximum difference we find, we will take that value and keep moving the pointers, right, to solve this problem. If you haven't already looked into the playlist on my channel about LeetCode and LeetCode solutions, please go through it now. It has over 150 solved Java previously asked problems by big tech companies like Amazon, Apple, Google, Microsoft, Facebook, and many other companies. Those problems include problems like with dynamic programming, linked list related problems, string related questions, binary search tree related questions, then graph related problems, BFS, DFS, like breadth first search, depth first search related problems, and many logical problems. So if you go through those problems, it will give you like a good preparation if you are like preparing for coding interviews. And if you are preparing for Java telephonic interviews or initial screening rounds, then there is a playlist called as Java interview. Go through it. It has frequently asked questions and how to answer them. It's explained there. If you find this video helpful and if you like the solution, please hit subscribe and like button. Your subscription is really important to us because that is the way the video can reach to more people. They can also watch this video and get helped during their interview preparation. So please subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching this video.